to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's taken on the 25. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go. 19 Charger.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and 12. Now they'll change things up.
18 Cardinal, 18 Rattler. 60 Maverick.
The man in motion is right.
Cougar 19.
Operating from the gun, Fernandez. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
But with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And this offense on third down today, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Let's go now. 79 Broncos, trap 60. 7 Pirates. Check smash. 18, Pioneer, Warriors, 17.
Back to throw, Fernandez. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line.
60.
They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bass. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
At the 36-yard line.
Hey, motion. Let's go. Hey, go.
He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Ronnie Hickman with a pick. And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 114 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First down, Cleveland.
Track 19 Tiger, 19. Ready? Check. Cougar 19. Ready?
Looking to throw. Fernandez. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Cowboy 80, 65 catch, 65 catch. Trap 60, trap 60.
The slot man in motion right. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Brings up a third
They got the
down.
win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
19 tight, 19, 18, run, 8.
From the gun on third down. Fernandez, incomplete. Well, they're out comfortable here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
18.
Now back to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Inside the 20. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football.
Let's go now.
All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Viking 18. Go.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready?
Back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 2-yard line.
Ready?
The Browns drive about to get started.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
10-11. Mustang 79 Broncos. Here's the look. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
To throw from his end zone. Fernandez. Throw left side complete. That's right. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping Big Ten. 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. And now we've got flags now. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. The full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Get up. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, 19 Lions.
The man in motion is right.
Viking, 18, go.
Back to throw. Fernandez. Complete to right. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. They got 29 yards that time.
A gain of 29.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Mike Green
credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Ready? Go street. Ready?
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 125 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Dragon 60. Go check. Go check. Trap 60. Trap 60. Mustang 19.
Looking to throw. Fernandez. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 40. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolf. 19 Sight. 19, 18 Pioneer. 18 Rattler. 18 Buffalo 18. Go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Brevin Jordan with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Ravens 20.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build. Taking it right down Broadway. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
27. Tyler Loop to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready?
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, CD, this is the ideal situation, the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
70 Ranger, Panther 11, Panther 11.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Dragon 6, gotta be lying. Trap 60, trap 60. 79 Broncos.
Back to throw. Fernandez. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Taken in at the 11. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
60 Eagles.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go. 70 Timber Wolf. Go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. This is caught. And he is going to be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to be the final play of this football game.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Cleveland, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.